Welcome entrepreneurs. So in today's video, this is the second of my third video that we're doing on forms of ownership, and we're talking today about sole traders. This is going to be a short, quick video, so make sure you watch it, hit like, subscribe and share it as quickly as you can. If you haven't watched my first video, that's our prelude to forms of ownership, so make sure you understand that first, because everything builds on the first video. See you in the video. Alright entrepreneurs, welcome back to our second video. The first one was the introduction to forms of ownership. You must make sure you understand those topics, because now we're gonna apply it. Today's lesson is all about the sole trader. So you can see that as the bottom part of the different forms of ownership we're doing it. And as you can remember from the first video, is it a legal registered business? No, it's not. It is not a formally registered business. It is in brackets informal, right? So there's no registration. So we're going to discuss this in this period. Again, the terminology that we're going to be using is who provides the capital, who's legally liable for the debts. That means this person, the owner, has unlimited liability. In other words, is personally liable. And this form of ownership, there's no legal entity or personality, and we're going to talk about continuity. So firstly, this form of ownership is either called a sole trader or a sole proprietorship, right? That means there is only one person that's running the show. There's only one person that's a captain, and this person really makes all the decisions himself. It's quick, it's easy, he provides the capital himself, he will do all the work himself, he's the laborer, he can hire people to work for him. But in the beginning, when it's small, you have to do it yourself. If I start a car wash business, I will normally do most of the work myself. Plus, I'll get all of the profits. Now, another benefit is because I don't have to register, I don't have to jump through hoops and make sure that I have all the rigmarole and the legalities. It's quick and easy to start, right? So, characteristics, let's summarize. The owner is called, you guessed it, the owner. It's quite easy. It's established by one person, no more. That's because it's a sole trader, a one trader. There's no continuity. That means if I've got my car wash business and I stop washing cars, will Paul's car wash business continue? No, because there's no Paul, right? So it's quite easy. I have to provide the capital, so that means if I have more people, more partners in my business, when we go into the next form of ownership, I can't contribute the same amount of capital than they can. One benefit of this form of ownership is that there's a lot of personal contact. So I know exactly what's the demand with my consumers. So when I wash your car, I can hear, oh, you actually want me to valet? Yeah, I can do that. Whereas with a big company and they've got people working for them, it takes them a long time to get to that, to understand the needs and the wants of the consumers. And they actually have to do market research. So that's a big advantage of being a sole trader. Now, here's the biggest disadvantage is I, as an owner, I am personally liable for the debts of the company. You can see there a guy hanging from a cliff saying, there's debt. If I take out a loan on behalf of or for my business, for my car wash business, and I buy equipment, and I cannot repay the money, the bank will come take my personal assets. Because, here's the legal term again, I am not a legal entity, or the business is not seen as a legal entity. That means me and the business is seen as the same person in the eyes of the law. That means they'll come and take my assets, because me and the business, we're one. So I am personally liable for the debts. We said it's easy and cheap to start, and there's no legal entity. Plus the profits that you get all profits, plus you have to pay tax on your personal income tax. Now this can be a benefit if your income is small at the beginning, but the more income you receive, the higher the tax. It can go up to 45%. That's why we have to consider different forms of ownership, which is tax advantages, but we'll get there. Right, quick run through again, just to recap. Advantages, quick and easy to start. You can raise a lot of capital if you're on your own and if you've got a good credit record, but it's not as much as a partnership or other forms of ownership. I receive all the profit as a sole trader, but I have to provide all the skills and cash, capital and cash. That's a good thing if I don't trust people. But once you want to expand, you need more people. So then this is not a good form for you. There's no formal registration documents required. You have to carry all the risks. If you like carrying risks, that's a good form of ownership for you. And the business is not taxed the owner is taxed individually. So in the beginning the tax is less, it's at 18%, whereas a company tax is fixed at 28%. So in the beginning it's better. Later on at the sliding scale you pay more tax, so you want to consider another form. The disadvantages is the workload is so much, you have to do everything yourself. Plus you're your worst boss, eh? If you don't work, you don't get paid. So no one will pay you salary because you get a profit. So you will not send yourself on holiday. So the workload is a lot. Next one is, once you're busy doing everything with the heavy workload, you can forget some business functions, which can have a detrimental effect. We know there's no continuity, you're personally liable for the debts, and again, if your business grows to such an extent, your tax can be as high as 45%, which is a massive disadvantage. So this was a quick run through to sole proprietor. I hope you understand it. Make sure to tune into our next video next time, which is going to be on sole traders. I mean partnerships. We've just done sole traders. See you in the next video.